Touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Keep working, baby. Keep working, fellas. Go, 14.
Now Wilson on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
14, run it.
Wilson now. Going to throw again. He's got his man on the crossing route. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And down to the 36-yard line here. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Now the rookie first-rounder from San Diego State. It's Rashad Penny. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
One of the surprises of the first round, the Seattle Seahawks selecting running back Rashad Penny out of San Diego State. Highly regarded, but most people thought he would go in the 2nd round.
But he did have an incredible senior year at San Diego State. Over 2,200 yards, 23 touchdowns.
He resembles Marshawn Lynch in build, but has the ability to take it the distance as well. Had 7 kick returns during his career at San Diego State for touchdowns.
It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
2nd and goal, and Penny standing by himself in the backfield. They'll give it to him up the middle. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal will feel very disappointing.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Rashad Penny, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks take the... Janikowski adds the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Out to kick is Janikowski. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. big welcome back carry for David Johnson, who almost missed all of last year. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. On second down, Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. Off the bootleg. Knight rolling to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
Start. Move 15. 19.
On second down, here's Penny. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. They go play action with Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Janikowski good with the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out to kick is Janikowski. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, eluding the tackle. And now running right through it. And he's got some space here.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game. For here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
Hurry up. Here we go. Blue landing. Gun.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Off play action. Knight trying to lay one up deep. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
And just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
On 2nd down, Wilson. He's going deep for Brown. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man complete. A gain of 39 that time.
Well, they just treated 3rd and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the first down and you know where the sticks are. They took this thing way downfield. Confidence in the receivers to go up and make a play, even with defenders around them.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Flush to his right. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Janikowski adds the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Out to kick is Janikowski. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Knight. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. After the interception, here's Wilson. And that's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. And he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option. Taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Knight. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Frank Clark in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Detroit! Detroit!
Throwing on 3rd and long. Knight. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Sometimes it's just not your dead. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Returnable for Lockett. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Care. Turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief that you still have the lead, but coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Hassan Reddick. Not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Now Wilson on second down. He's going to loft one deep left side. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Knight. And this one complete to Jermaine Gresham. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. A very solid gain of 27.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there, perfectly. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals get a bit closer.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur.
Good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
95, 95. Let's go, 14. 14. Gotta go. 95, 95.
On second down, here's Wilson. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. To throw is Wilson. Dancing, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Jonathan Anderson in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it just shy of the 35. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he'll take this one in for David Johnson with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left and no good. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They begin with a run by Penny, and he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. More from the desert after this. Now Wilson looking to throw on 2nd down. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Marcus Golden able to drop him for a loss of 4.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. It's a big play on 3rd down for the Seahawks. 56 yards. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
My, oh my, they've had some success bringing him off the edge. How about the gambling man who's the defensive coordinator? He's not just bringing pressure. He's bringing a corner to go after the quarterback.
And it's worked twice now, twice like a charm.
And not only has that worked like a charm.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. Out to kick is Janikowski. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. On 1st down, Knight looking deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 32. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamar Taylor. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Marshall, the intended receiver. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Lets it go for Nelson. And my goodness, another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. The 20. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick six for a touchdown.
A great play, and it's tough for these guys. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. This is taken about 7 yards deep. A second time. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Looking to throw. Knight. Throw left side complete. It's Holmes. And he's brought down after a good gain. First target, first catch, and a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Frank Clark, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Off the play fake. Knight. And his throw is incomplete. The tight end, Jermaine Gresham, the intended receiver. And now it's third down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And now here is another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And his guys are going to get the football at the 7-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And he'll get 3 up to midfield.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here's Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Dayon Buchanan. In there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's third and long here. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Now here's Michael Dixon. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Now it's Peterson. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
Leopard!
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, He looked like one of those guys.
That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. To throw from his end zone. Knight. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
Now it's Lockett. It's well done on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. So they'll run it again with Penny. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a 1st down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again. And he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
He'll get it up the middle. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Rashad Penny with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Out to kick is Janikowski. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about 1 game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Give them a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
But forget knowing where the 1st down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
4th down. Here's Wilson. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground now with Penny. And a solid run down inside the 30. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 3rd down, Penny. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the 1st down conversion. Wilson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. A handoff to Penny. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Again, it's Penny. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Chandler Jones in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Here as he's taken down. Chandler Jones in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Johnson on the counter. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The Cardinals on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. Operating from the gun, Knight. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Bobby Wagner in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Frank Clark in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down. And
now just 3 seconds before the 2-minute warning, they're going to call a timeout here defensively. And the Seahawks on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and goal. Now Wilson. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. They'll run forward with Penny, and he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They gave it to him in search of his 3rd touchdown, but he's denied. And this Cardinal defense comes up with a goal line stand. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5 there by Frank Clark.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what 2nd down brings. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Knight. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
That's pulled in at the 32. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment, and to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one. And he's going to find a man, Brandon Marshall. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Wilson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's a give to Penny. And a short gain down to about the 33. Tackle made there by Josh Bynes. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
Wrong, whatever. For the Seahawks.